those niggas gon' die, baby, that. Fuck they time. And you know we smoke the baby, bitch. Queso, bitch. Boxing rules, we be hitting shit. We flipping shit, don't roll, we chasing it down, we blitzing shit. We blitzing shit, don't be baby that, we hitting shit. And shots little bitch, baby that.
Today we're taking a look at 3 types of heat-resistant gloves and seeing how they hold up against a stove, hot steel, and a furnace. YouTube user Shashir wanted to see how long it takes for heat-resistant gloves to burn. As someone who often uses and relies upon heat-resistant gloves, this question is near and dear to my heart, and I thought it was a great thing to test out, so that's what we're going to do. Here's the basic idea. Each of our 3 types of gloves will be put to the test in different scenarios to see just how heat-resistant they really are. First up, we have a pair of oven mitts. These things say that they are silicone-coated cloth, and I think they're supposed to be rated up to about 500 degrees Fahrenheit, which is going to be good for pulling most everything out of the oven, but not necessarily some of the stuff we do here on this channel. Standard oven mitts, about what you've seen before. Pull things out of the oven at pretty low dexterity because all your fingers are together with just the thumb off to the side. Hello, how are you? That would make a decent whale puppet. Next up, we've got leather furnace gloves. These are usually used for furnace work or for welding. And so I'm pretty familiar with these. We've definitely used gloves just like this here on the channel quite a bit. They work pretty well, pulling stuff out of the foundry, putting stuff into the foundry, but I have had some issues with that. Weirdly, we've had several pairs of these gloves where the right index finger, getting the most heat exposure, ended up shrinking over time until I could barely fit my hand into the glove anymore. Lastly, we have these, which are supposed to be barbecue gloves, they say. However, these are rated up to about 500 degrees Fahrenheit. These say they're rated up to about 950 degrees Fahrenheit. These ones claim that they are heat resistant up to 1,450 degrees Fahrenheit. So these are the highest rated, and I've never tried these out before. They're stretchy, and they have sort of silicone pads on the front to give you some more grip when you're holding on to things. They're clearly knit, so you can see the texture. It just looks kind of like winter gloves texture, although they're much, much thicker. We're going to test each of these, putting our hand on a hot stove, grabbing a red-hot bar of steel, and putting our hands near or inside our foundry. I am actually putting myself at risk for this. I am going to be the test subject. I think we're going to start with the stove. We're going to turn up the heat and see how long I can keep my hand on the stove in the glove before it starts feeling really uncomfortable. We're going to let it get red hot, and then I am not going to touch it with my bare hand. I'm going to touch it with a mittened hand, and then 2 gloves. Start to get hot. Let's see where this is at right now. Registering at 226. Now that is the surface temperature of the glass. This thing is using infrared to see through the glass surface. About to hit 500 Fahrenheit. There it is, 500 Fahrenheit. At this point, the drop of water just explodes boiling, and then we get some drips moving around with the Leidenfrost effect. We just hit 935 Fahrenheit, which is 500 degrees Celsius. Seems like the time to put our hand on it. All right, here we go. About to put my hand on a hot stove in the oven mitt. Well, that was quick. So when it says it's heat resistant up to 450, maybe 500 degrees, you probably shouldn't put it down on a 950 degree surface. That was maybe like 1 second, I think. Did not last very long. All right, well, despite how long that didn't last, we're going to progress on to the next gloves. Okay, here goes. That was mostly me reacting to the smoke I saw coming off, but it did start burning one finger over on that side. Ow, ow, yeah, okay. Just about 1 second, and it started getting too hot down the side. Everywhere that was actually pressing hard against the glass, and my pinky finger was what was pressing the most, and that got uncomfortably hot very quickly. I am going to try one more thing, and that's I'm not going to press down on the glass. I'm just going to hold my hand over the stove. A bit too hot. Leather gloves on the stove. More protection than the oven mitts, but not by a lot. Now we have these barbecue gloves, which in theory give us the most heat resistance. The one thing I want to test is if it sticks, because if it melts and sticks and I can't pull my hand away as quickly, that would be a huge problem. So I'm just going to test with one finger over here. We've got some burning. Full scale test. Here goes. Wow, I'm actually very impressed with that. I left my hand on there for several seconds. The other gloves got maybe 1 second before they started smoking, and in one